I brought up in a previous episode, each family should have like a mission statement, some type of goals and morals and codes of ethics that they live by. And what tends to happen is not by proximity, but now if my family shares common customs or common cultural beliefs and morals as your family, then now together, even if it's outside of proximity, we begin to form our own community and so forth and so on. So you have a lot of things going on where people are debating left versus right, Democrat versus Republican, um, any type of divisiveness. What people just need to start doing is before we can get to a point to where everybody can mature in a mature aspect, respect the next person and coexist, we first have to find out what are our fundamental values and beliefs and let that be rooted off analysis and information, data, not so much of how we were raised or trained to think. This is how you can find your tribes more so and form your own communities because you're basing your household structure based off information, not your feelings, not your emotions. If you implement feelings and emotions into the family and you let that control the family and how it functions, the family will always malfunction and break apart because it's not rooted on factual information. So this puts the emphasis not only on just men and women coexisting and getting along, but now what tends to happen is I have to emphasize the cerebral aspect of being in the family and structuring a community, which means I got to be the smartest man I could be. And then I have to make sure my woman is the smartest that she could be. And this is how we build. That can't be an imbalance. And then if bro and his girl operate like that and so forth and so on, now when we go to the polls to vote, when we go start creating business ideas or exchanging any type of energy on those levels, now it's going to be more so successful towards the collective because now we represent something outside of ourselves. So before we can even have the conversations as it pertains to race and I'm growing to a level where I understand in America we're taught race in Western society, but when we really look at the grand scheme of things, that shit is trash because race was defined not that long ago.